Former head of the Spanish Football Federation, Luis Rubiales, goes on trial for the forced kiss he gave to Jenni Hermoso moments after Spain won the 2023 Women's World Cup. As Hermoso and her teammates collected their medals, Rubiales clasped her head and planted a kiss on her lips. Rubiales faces 1 year in prison for that sexual assault and 1.5 years for trying to get Hermoso to downplay the incident. 2 other people are also accused of that latter crime. Hermoso is expected to take the stand in court.
That overshadowed a historic World Cup win for the Spanish women's football team. Now, former Spanish Football Federation President Luis Rubiales goes on trial for a forced kiss on the lips of the team's star striker Jenni Hermoso. He insisted the kiss was consensual, but the player said it had left her feeling vulnerable and a victim of aggression. Rubiales faced a storm of criticism following the incident, with protests across Spain denouncing a culture of machismo in society. He was also lambasted for clutching his crotch at the final whistle, several feet from the Spanish Queen and her daughter. The women's national team refused en masse to play if he continued in the job. After initial defiance, he resigned 3 weeks later and was suspended from all football-related activity by FIFA for 3 years. Rubiales was also accused, along with other figures in Spanish football, of putting pressure on Hermoso to publicly defend him. A Spanish court last year ruled there was enough evidence to prosecute the former football chief for coercion. 3 others, including the team's then coach Jorge Vilda, are also on trial. Several of Spain's World Cup winning team will testify, as will Rubiales himself, on February 12th. Prosecutors are seeking a prison term of 2.5 years for Rubiales, though in Spain those who receive sentences of less than 2 years can usually avoid prison by paying damages.
Well, we can speak now to former international football player for France and founder of Liberté, joueuses, an association defending women's rights in sport, Ms. Nicole Abar. Thanks so much for your time. Can I start by asking you, this kiss, a moment of euphoria, Rubiales has tried to play it down. You've been in those moments of victory. Your reaction?
As a woman, I'm not surprised. We are always afraid, and we all know that in our life, this kind of situation potentially could rise and probably arise. As a former soccer player, which is in Europe, a men's world, we lived in this atmosphere of sexism, worsened because soccer was not for women, or that we are just tolerated. If you want to play, no other way, the silence. And that's why I want to say thank you to Mr. Rubiales, because he gave the world the proof of what is going on between men and women with sexual attacks, from the smallest to the highest. And the one he has done is the highest. What he did in a place where camera gave the possibility to face in live, is another way.
Indeed, it's interesting to hear you say that. I hadn't thought about the context of it. It shocked me, the dates. This is all happening in 2023. But saying there that, of course, football has up to now predominantly been a man's world. There's the kiss itself, there's the coercion, the pressure after the kiss and from other coaches. Again, this has all happened in 2023, so recently. Would you think that things have at least improved over the past number of years, or do you think that this may be the watershed moment that was needed?
Oh, personally, I didn't face this situation in my career. Only ordinary sexism, but I knew that women intended to denounce sexual attacks on their national associations, and they were not listened and protected. In France, recently, Sarah Bittencourt denounced sexual attacks thanks to her. The case of Jennifer is really interesting, because for me, it's kind of Me Too in sports, not only in sports, but also in sports. And it's the fact that everybody all around the world could face in life that a man, which is a powerful man, can take a girl in his arm and kiss her on her lips. And that's not normal. If we face really the way Senior Rubiales has reacted, for him, he's not guilty. That's the case. For him, he has done something which is normal, because the education, the world where he gives, the way where he were educated, make this situation as a normal situation. He has the power to do this. And for girls, for the first time, and thanks to Jennifer, she said she was not content. She said that she was aggressed. She said that she felt uncomfortable. And it's also the way we have to react, all of us, all around the world. We have to denounce, we have to stop the silence, we have to accept that the behavior of men are normal in this case.
Nicole Abar, we'll have to leave it there, but thanks so much for joining us to give us your view on that situation. Very much appreciated.